Mom, can you tell me a Bible story?
Of course, sweetie. How about the story of Elijah?
Elijah? Who is he?
Elijah was a prophet in the Old Testament. That means he was someone chosen by God to deliver his messages to the people.
What kind of messages?
Well, Elijah lived during a time when many people in Israel were worshipping a false god named Baal. They had forgotten about the one true God. Elijah's job was to remind them that God was the only one they should worship.
How did he do that?
One of the most famous stories about Elijah is when he challenged the prophets of Baal to a contest. He wanted to show everyone that God was real and powerful.
A contest? What kind of contest?
Elijah told the people and the prophets of Baal to prepare a sacrifice. They would put a bull on an altar, but they wouldn't set it on fire. Instead, they would pray to their gods to send fire from the sky to burn the sacrifice.
That sounds dangerous. What happened?
The prophets of Baal prayed and danced around their altar from morning till noon, but nothing happened. Their God didn't answer. Elijah even teased them, saying, "Maybe your God is sleeping."
Wow, and then what?
Then it was Elijah's turn. He rebuilt the altar of the Lord that had been torn down. He placed the bull on it and even poured water all over the altar 3 times, making everything soaking wet.
But how could it catch fire if it was all wet?
That's exactly what the people were wondering. Then, Elijah prayed to God and asked him to show everyone that he was the true God. And guess what happened?
What?
God sent fire down from heaven. It burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and even the water in the trench around the altar. Everyone who saw it fell to the ground and said, "The Lord, He is God."
That's amazing, Mom. What happened to Elijah after that?
Elijah continued to serve God in many ways. He even prayed for rain after a long drought, and God sent rain to the land. Elijah's faithfulness to God was rewarded, and he was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind without ever dying.
Wow, Elijah was really special.
Yes, he was. But the important thing to remember is that Elijah trusted God completely, and God was with him through everything. Just like He's with us.
I want to trust God like Elijah did.
And you can, sweetie. God is always listening and watching over you.